I'm making a firewood basket, at least whatever you call a basket when it's made out of solid wood. I'm making one of those. I was cutting the legs out of these chunks of ash, and this is from the first log that I sawed on the farm here, so it's a lovely trip down memory lane, finally getting to use this. And all the legs are cut, and they're inside drying. It'll be a few weeks before I can do anything with them. This was an offcut off one of the legs, and it was just going to end up in the firewood pile, coincidentally or ironically, whichever of those it is. I get confused. If you're better at English than I, let me know. But I could see by the grain here that there's might be some interesting figure going on in here. This piece is from where the trunk split, so it's crotchwood, and there's generally pretty nice figure around the crotch. So I thought we'd split it open and see what we find. So we've pared it down and got into the wood, and now we can see there's definitely some figure in there. If we give it a little drink, hopefully it'll come alive. Yeah, there's some lovely curl going on there. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, the curl continues around here. And on this side we have a bit of that crotch figuring I was talking about before. Unfortunately it goes out the side of this piece, so we don't get to see a huge amount of it. But we might be able to do something with that if we're lucky. But no, I think the best bit of this one is this bit of curl going on here. Quite matches a piece I found not that long ago. It's got a little bit more curl going on in this one. So I've got the start of a nice collection going on here, and the reason I'm collecting all of these bits of figured ash is for chisel handles. So I've got quite a few chisels. There's only some of them. There's far more scattered about the farm. God only knows where they all are. The ones I primarily use for fine woodworking are these Narex Richter ones, which I mostly love. Come back to that in a second. But more the point here is that I've got to experience a lot of different handles, from London pattern to round to through tangs with butt caps to socket to plastic to ones I turn myself, all sorts. And by far my favourite is the handle on an IBC chisel. Just fits beautifully in my hand for tasks like paring. It's really nice and light for chopping tasks where you're hammering on it with a mallet. You can control the angle really nicely. I just love this handle. I was actually lucky enough to win this chisel from one of Rob Cosman's competitions, and the handle is pink ivory. Now if I could have pink ivory on all my chisel handles I would, but not that much growing of it here in Ireland, so we'll have to go with the curly ash for now. So bringing us back to the Richter chisels, the handles are very long, which is the only thing I don't like about them. Just when they're in my hand, it just puts the top of the blade so far away, I don't feel I have the control, and they're quite top heavy for chopping tasks. They're just a little bit cumbersome. So my plan would be to gather enough bits of curly ash that I can turn my own handles in the IBC general shape and attach them to my Narex Richter chisels. I think that would be a lovely match. And you can notice here, I'm still missing one. There's an 1.5-inch model that I'd love to get my hands on. Maybe one day, and it's actually my birthday coming up, so you never know. Fingers crossed, eh? But yeah, that's the plan for all these bits of ash I'm gathering.